Hey guys, it's Chelsea again. I just got back from New York City. I left on Christmas Day because it was cheaper to leave on Christmas Day. And I got back yesterday, so the 28th. I went there to go see a play called, it was Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And it had Paul Wesley in it, Robert Fairchild, and a couple other people. And it was really good. It was weird, but it was very interpretive. And it definitely took me seeing it twice to understand it, but it was good. So that was kind of the whole point of the trip. I was there for a few days, but got to experience New York City at Christmas time. So I included a bunch of videos, pictures, little clips here and there of my trip, and I'm going to do some voiceovers so you'll see it. I did not do a lot of videos while I was there because I still find it weird to vlog in front of people, and I think it could be a little rude depending on the situation, so I tried not to do that too much. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and sorry if it's kind of all over the place. These will get better, and sorry for the glare on my glasses. So here you're seeing me leave snowy and cold Indianapolis as I'm heading toward New York LaGuardia. When I got to New York, it wasn't snowy, but it was definitely still very cold. Okay, so this time around I flew with Delta, and one thing that I love about this airline are these cookies right here. They are so good. But you know, this view is also pretty great too. And then when you get to New York LaGuardia, welcome to New York. I love seeing this sign, and I also love landing over the water. So I know the subway can seem very intimidating if it's your first time, but I use the New York City subway app or just the generic app on my iPhone, and it's really not that bad and super easy to use. So next up, I stayed at a place called Yotel on 42nd and 10th. It's very modern and very like robot-y, techy. The rooms are kind of small, but it was a really great place to stay. They still have their decorations up for Christmas. You kind of see these on the ceiling. And then there was a nice ambiance in the room with a purple light when we first walked in above the TV, which was really great at night. So by staying at this hotel, we were so close to everything. We were only 2 blocks away from Times Square and the closest subway stop, which was Port Authority. But every so often we did take a cab or an Uber to get places because it really was cold. So this is my 4th time being to New York, but it's my first time being there at Christmas and getting to see the Rockefeller tree, which was absolutely gorgeous and so much taller than I expected. So we spent a little bit of time here in Rockefeller Plaza, got to see the Today Show and just kind of hang out and see Christmas and experience it with thousands of other people in the city, which can be a little overwhelming, but really fun. Here was the Today Show. Okay, I just want to take a moment to stop here before I show you the rest of my pictures and videos and talk a little bit about my experiences that I've had with New York. This time last year, or a little bit before Thanksgiving, I went with my nursing program, since, you know, this kind of is a nursing student vlog. I went with my nursing program and we went around to, oh my gosh, all kinds of places. We went to the bridge and some churches and just some shelters that dealt with mental illness and everything, and we passed out food, and we also educated some clients on just different health, like things that they should be eating, ways that they can get this food on a low income, how families can get things, resources within the area, and everything. So we went there and we got to see the sights and have fun, but we also, during the day in the mornings, we would spend our days passing out food and going to clinics and really just trying to give back as much as possible. I know one day I think we went to Chelsea or an area near there, and we passed out food to a big, huge market, like thousands and thousands of pounds of food But the great thing about this market is, which I can't remember the name, but I'll try to put it in the description below, is they not only pass out the food to low-income families, but they also try to educate them about like really low-cost recipes that they can make that are also healthy for them. So that's some of the things that we did. And the crazy thing about this area is it was at least a mile from the nearest subway stop, and there wasn't really any fresh produce other than this place or markets that would be good for people to get things. So this is like their one chance to get something. And it just really wasn't a great area, but it goes to show that's just one more obstacle that they go through to try to get healthy food for their family. So this is Times Square, you know, the big advertisements on the marquees. Everything is lit up. It's great. It's shiny. It's flashy. If you've never been, this is definitely a place that you want to visit. Okay, what you're about to see is a very cold Chelsea. I dressed in 3 layers. This is layer number 1. Coming up next is layer number 2. I had a short sleeve shirt on this day and then my Columbia jacket and a scarf, but I also put my big winter green jacket on, earmuffs, and then later put on gloves because it was so cold. Okay guys, I have 3 layers, earmuffs, a scarf, pants.
Thank you.
And it's, yeah, got lots of layers. And we're getting ready to brave the city again. Oh, yeah. But at least I'll be warm. So usually subways are not very attractive and they're gross and they smell weird. But this one in particular was gorgeous. They had murals on the ceiling and then on the wall at the other end of the car. And I just found it refreshing to see something like this in New York City. Next up is the One World Observatory. This was worth every single penny that I spent to go up inside of it, and then outside is obviously the 9/11 memorials. We're here in Times Square. We're kind of burned, and yeah, so interesting. So as a vegetarian from a small town, it can be hard to find something that's truly vegetarian. But with New York, you can usually always find something that's vegetarian at every single place you go, or even vegan. So we went to a place called Theater Row Diner. I had the vegetable soup and this wonderful veggie burger, so check it out if you can. These are just some views from our hotel. We were on the 10th floor, but then got moved to the 26th floor after some minor issues of smelling cigarette smoke when it's a non-smoking hotel. But the staff there was fantastic and they got everything figured out. And then we got these wonderful views every morning. So these are just some more of your typical views of New York City, like the colorful buildings that have the fire escapes, more buildings near Times Square. And we were staying near Hell's Kitchen, so I thought that was interesting. And then I couldn't leave out the cabs that had the Greatest Showman on top because it's just so exciting for them. So next up is the observatory at the One World Trade Center. It was worth every single penny. Like I said earlier, the views were stunning and I've never seen anything like it before. There were floor-to-ceiling windows, 360 all around the city. It was a perfectly clear day, early morning. There wasn't really hardly any glare on the windows. You could get some amazing shots up there. And these were all just taken with my iPhone. So anyone can go up there. You do not need a fancy camera. So I just wanted to let you go ahead and view some of these shots. So that was the end of my trip, and here is just a quick little clip of me on the airplane. It was very dark, which is also a great thing about flying home at night. And then you get some of the grid pictures of the city, which is always fantastic. And then coming back to Indianapolis, which I love our airport, by the way. It's really great and easy to navigate compared to some of the others that I have been to before. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Comment your favorite thing about Christmas or what your family does for Christmas. If you haven't watched my first video, please go check it out. And I hope that you come back, subscribe if you're into travel and food and nursing student problems, anything of that nature. You'll kind of learn a little bit about what my channel is about if you go watch the first video. So I hope to see you next time.